Hello and welcome into the Talkin Yanks pregame show as we gear up for an afternoon ball game a little late in your life, but we are here. Dan Canobio, my son, is here for the third day in a row. Dan Allen Rourke, hair's looking good.
Hair's not looking good.
Muscles?
I've been working out a little bit.
Muscles
working out just a little bit. Did chest yesterday. Let me tell you right off the bat here, I hate weekday day games, and I think they need to be banned.
I saw that someone called you a new fan.
Yeah, which is whack. That was, one individual, but a very foolish individual. Here's the thing. I liked it back in the day.
One individual, but a very foolish individual.
Yeah. When I was back in high school, it was dope. Because then you could just watch the game, and, you don't really care. But nowadays, bro, during the workday, what am I supposed to do?
Watch the game.
Watch it casually?
Well,
no, but I
like
to watch it honed in. No, but I got baseball today. Shout out Chris Rose and Trevor Plouffe. But I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. Yankees nice win. Yesterday I said I wanted more runs. What'd they do? BBD.
12 spot, 11
Gave us
spot.
runs.
How about them breaking the over, by the way?
By a lot.
Yeah,
Crushed
the
the
fourth inning or whatever it was.
They took that over and they ripped it to shreds.
Never going to complain
No,
about
other way around. They took the under and they ripped it to shreds and they made it into an over. Yes, here is your lineup. Dan, read it for us.
Here we go. Lineup is Volpe leading off.
There you go.
Volpe, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Cordero, Cabrera, Connor Falefa, Higashioka, and Aaron Hicks in the 9th slot, rounding it out. So
You read that fast.
Volpe in the leadoff. That's the story here.
Volpe in the leadoff spot. No Glaber. It was almost like a day off, but also dealing with a little bit of tightness, which he has said that it's really nothing in the groin. DJ dealing with some tightness, I believe, in the hip quad tightness for DJ. Keep an eye on that. Hicks back in the lineup, playing center field.
Joe's McFly sighting.
How about Hicks in center? We promote Hicks. I thought he was in a home run last night. You thought he was going to make a good play, or he had a good night. He had 2 hits. As long as he's on the team, I'm going to root for Aaron Hicks, and he's playing center for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Cordero goes deep yesterday. He's back in a spot where I think he should be, which is the 5-hole. Like Cabrera behind him. It's the IKF Higgy Hicks 7-8-9 that could come and bite them in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, for the players you have in here, the lineup does make sense, of course, right away when you see DJ was out. You kind of knew Glaber was going to be gone, but DJ missing his second game in 3 days. That's not ideal, but, it's a quad issue. Makes sense the Yankees are resting him. I think, yeah, man, we're really going to – that top 6 has kind of been the story for yesterday, too. They got to be the ones that do the damage. And now all of a sudden, with Cordero – they're starting to be expectations a little bit? Is he setting a bar to where all right, bro, you've been raking and now you're our 5th hitter?
I'm still kind of enjoying him for what he is and these bombs and
fair
expectations. Of course, we're on the Yankees, but I don't know if I'm in that mode just yet. If he has an 0-for-3 with 3 Ks, are you going to be pissed?
No.
Or are you going to be this guy's leads the team in RBIs and has given us 3 big home runs?
Yeah, I definitely won't be pissed at him. No, definitely not. But just him in the 5th spot, you kind of gotta roll there. Got to drive in some runs. But he's been great so far for sure. Mm-hmm. Volpe, I'm curious to see how he does with Judge behind him. Because, of course, the spring training that he had, that's majority where he spent his time was at the leadoff spot with Judge behind him. So I'm just curious. Maybe he gets some better pitches to hit.
That's a good one to watch for.
Granted, before he had DJ behind him when he was in the 9th spot and DJ was leading off. But still, I just think maybe a little breakout game for Volpe today. Although I'm done calling stuff, bro.
We have to.
I guess I'm not done. That's part of the show. We do have to.
We're
so
legally obligated.
Absolutely. You're right. Good point by you. But I feel like an idiot every time because nothing I've said has come true, especially when I'm talking to you who predicts everything.
No, right? I've been calling a cold streak.
Didn't you predict
you get
Franchi
hot,
yesterday?
you get cold, it happens.
I didn't have anything last night.
Who picked Franchi? Didn't somebody pick Franchi?
I did not pick Franchi.
You picked Franchi game 1.
Yes, right. I did not pick Franchi last night. I wanted to.
How about this, though? How about the Yankees get a W and win 4 straight series?
That would be a nice start to the year. That's what's hanging in the balance here. What to watch for myself is Clark Schmidt. Need him to be better. This isn't rocket science, what I'm saying right here, but Clark has struggled in his first 2 starts, and Dan, you brought up a very good point on a couple pregame shows in the past that this is now a de facto battle for that 5th starting spot. It's between Clark Schmidt, it's between Domingo Germán, and it's between Johnny Brito. Obviously, Johnny Brito has the upper hand because he's pitched well. I just don't know if the Yankees will commit to Johnny Brito for a full year like they've shown in the past that to not do such things like that. But Clark has to come out, and he has to put up some zeros because the first couple games or his first two starts have not been great.
Yeah, so looking at the Cleveland lineup today, I'm going to count the lefties. Let's see, you got Kwan, Ramirez, Naylor, Jimenez, Bell, Brennan, Dog. 6 out of the 9 hitters are lefties.
And lefties, that's been his bugaboo so far. It's been his Achilles heel as Clark has not been able to get lefties out.
Something I was excited, man, going into the season when I found out about that cutter. Because the whole thing with Clark has always been, he can't get lefties out. So once you get that cutter into play, all right, word, that might help you out a little bit. Hasn't so far. And, I'm, of course, a very optimistic fan. I don't know how optimistic I can be about Clark going into this game. When you have 6 of the 9 hitters are lefties, I mean, I feel like it's a miracle even if he gets through one time through the order. And that's usually something he can do. But in this case, man, I think if we get pitch into the 4th, allowing 1 run,
that's a success.
That's a W, or even 2 runs.
Especially
Dude, how about this? If Clark honestly gave 3 2/3 today, 2 runs, I would be fine. I would be celebrating.
Especially with their bullpen is pretty rested. On the other side of the equation here, Peyton Battenfield is making his major league debut for the Guardians. He had 1 start down in AAA. So the Yankees should be able to do some damage, although I feel like the Yankees do struggle, or they have struggled in the past with guys making their debut or guys they're seeing for the first time. That was a thing for a while.
Not last night.
Not last night. With the big boy Gaddis.
Sounds like a Revolutionary War.
This name right here, this is a wild name.
Yeah,
Peyton
Battenfield. General
Battenfield.
Battenfield or something like that. I'm going to Gettysburg this weekend, actually. Maybe I'll see one of his ancestors. Yeah.
Going to Gettysburg this
which is like a Civil War thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very much a Civil War thing.
That's what they
Very
say.
much.
I have yet to be there. But
I don't know it for anything other than a Civil War.
Biggest battle of the Civil War.
I think Battenfield's going to get hammered today. It's just not hammered, but I think he's going
It's
to
a college there.
4 or 5 runs he's going to give up. Yankees are going to do just fine, I think, offensively today.
Why are you going to Gettysburg?
Yeah, I'm also curious about that.
Well, so I'm going. Me and Andrew are going, and we were looking for something. We like the haunted vibe, and apparently it's a very haunted place.
They got some ghost tours there and stuff.
haunted history type stuff, where
Yeah.
Civil War.
A lot of blood spilled at Gettysburg.
And their souls are still unrested apparently. But it's like a quick little trip. We want to do something for one night, 3 hours away. Not too much commitment, but can stay in a hotel.
That's
get back
fun.
the next day. So yeah, a little something like that. That's why.
Will
why
you
we're going.
document it?
Nah, I'm not. I used to
Vlog
always
it.
want to be a vlogger, bro. But honestly, the second I've tried, you pick up the camera and then it's like,
You're
bro,
like,
now,
nah.
and it's like,
You're
yo, I'm
out there.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, I'm talking like somebody that's not even me right now.
Yo, what's up? It's Dan
Yeah.
in Gettysburg.
Yo, exactly. It's like, I'm recording this. Like, yo, what up, everybody? It's like, dog, that ain't me. So, nah,
If it's not you, it's not you.
You just enjoy where you're at.
yeah. Honestly, the only downside of the trip is that there's a 1 o'clock game, which I'm not going to get too pissed about because it's Saturday. That's a little more acceptable. And I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. I want every game to be a 7:05 first pitch except Sundays.
Sundays
Honestly.
at 1.
My days are so
I
much
like
better
4
when I have
o'clock
the
on
structure of
Saturdays.
7:05 first pitch. That's another thing. Not only am I not only going to be I'm not going to be able to tune in as much as I want to for this 1 o'clock game, but now what do I do at night? What do I have to do after when I get home?
You watch Succession?
Now there's a new Mandalorian episode that I'll probably watch.
Tonight's the night where you can watch things.
Yeah, but
Like things.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Other than sports.
I don't know.
Go to dinner.
Go to dinner, do your
Hey,
laundry.
Andrew might not like this update. I know for a fact out there MLB TV will work for you.
Well, we got the VPN, so I'm chilling no matter what. But
You're at Gettysburg.
Well,
like,
while you're walking around.
I was actually in Australia watching the game last night. Technically,
Yeah.
wild man. That's path to victory. It's the pitching path to victory. Clark, you said 3 or 4.
if he pitches into the 4th, I'm considering that a dub. But
King and Wandy haven't thrown since Saturday. Mike King is getting into this game.
the bullpen is so incredibly rested. I'm with
Wandy
you on
has
that.
barely thrown any bullets this week, including none at all. He hasn't thrown since Saturday either. Ron Marinaccio has only thrown 8 pitches since Saturday. They have Ron, they have King, they have Wandy, they have Holmes. They have pretty much their bullpen is wide
All
open.
right, here you go. Here's the layout.
There's
So I think you got Clark is going to pitch you into the 4th. He's going to get into some trouble. There'll be some sort of a jam. In that case, you go to Ron Marinaccio. He'll pitch you out of that jam. Hopefully, no
Especially
runs
all the
allowed.
lefties that change up away.
There you go. Ron gets you through the 4th, and then also will pitch the 5th, hopefully scoreless. Then, who are we going for the 6th?
King.
Maybe, yeah, I like King. I would say maybe start him in the 7th if you want to get Cordero in the 6th. But basically,
They
I
can
think,
piece
I think
together
after
a
Clark,
sixth
you're
inning.
looking at Ron, Cordero, King, Wandy Holmes. I think all those guys get into the game just because Clark won't give you length.
Jake and I were trying to figure out who's starting tomorrow.
Do we not have a starter tomorrow?
We don't.
MLB says Brito, but then Jake was just telling me on the way to the bathroom that they're starting him on Friday. So yes,
I've seen Brito listed for Friday. I've seen some rumors about King getting the pill tomorrow. Who, if they're doing an opener, he's a guy who's a candidate for that role.
I like that. King for like 2.
But I don't know how they're doing a bullpen day tomorrow. Which I haven't seen any tweets about it, so maybe just every website's wrong right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't like because I mean a bullpen day you
Coming off Clark
you either
Day.
do before or after Cole. Like you don't do it like
Yeah.
2 days after, and where Cole's not pitching again for another
Right.
3 days. So
Clark with a bullpen game tomorrow is gets things can get dicey for
I'm kind of good off that. I mean,
that changes. My
I did see, I believe 5 days ago. I was trying to see what minor leaguers in line. Tanner
Davey?
Tully got a start 5 days ago, and I couldn't find if he's the projected starter today. Didn't pitch yesterday, so maybe
Mario
maybe he's
45
the call up.
saying Davey. Even though they said they want to use Davey as a 2-inning guy.
but if you were
And
going
he
to
can
go opener,
open.
then yeah, I don't know. But then who gets sent
But
down
like
for him?
how they're using
At least
him,
he's on
they're using
40
Davey
man.
in the minors not as an opener. They're using him as a 2-inning
He's a
guy.
pure
Yeah.
2-inning reliever.
So now if they bring him up to the majors and they're like, all right, you're technically starting the game, but you're only throwing
Yeah.
2 innings. That kind of is a little confusing for him.
Okay, I don't understand though because Brito
Davey's just not in my game
Brito would
plan.
line up
As much as we
tomorrow.
all want him to be, he's
would
not.
he not? Wouldn't Brito would line up to pitch tomorrow though?
I think
Rest
so.
on Saturday.
All the websites that say it have him listed as Friday's game.
I'm gonna send him an email then because I think they're wrong.
John Brito at
So I'm
Gmail.
just curious.
Not John Brito. I'm not going to send him an email. I'm gonna send these websites.
It's not up to
They're getting
him.
this wrong. Yeah.
What website are you talking about?
Whatever one you guys are talking about, I actually have yet to see it. But Brito is scheduled to go.
I love me some
MLB.com does say Brito, so I'm hoping it's just
If
that.
Brito keeps shoving like this, will the Yankees commit to him?
I think so.
Over
Dude,
Herman?
I'm willing to, and I said this before the Volpe thing when he made the roster. I'm just gonna, when something is so blatantly obvious, I'm gonna give the Yankees the benefit of the doubt, and I don't feel stupid doing that because when some things are so blatantly clear, like this is the way to go.
Yeah.
They're a smart organization. They're gonna do that. So I think come Rodon's back, and really once Sevy's back too, because that's where this competition will turn it, or it'll actually turn into a competition for just one spot. How do you not go Brito? Especially because Clark's the no-brainer to go to the pen. 'Cause he can actually be a effective reliever. and you
Clark
kinda
also
need-
has the option and a clear thing to say, go work on this in AAA for a month and we'll see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder if
there's
they would
clear
send him down to
objectives you can
AAA.
put in
To me, it's
place.
Brito versus Herman.
I agree. Because Clark can pitch in the pen and pitch successfully. I mean, we talk about the whole one time through the order. That works fine in the pen.
Yep.
Herman, I think he could pitch pretty well in the pen too. Yankees have tried it, but we'll see. At that point, it might just be
don't
between
see-
the two and then just go with the clear result. It's not even just a matter of, Herman's not doing well and Brito's is doing well. Like, the gap is pretty far right now.
I don't see Herman as a reliever. I think he's a starter or bust, and he's not been that great of a starter, and Brito has been lights out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
He's
shocked
5
if
innings.
Herman's like dealt by the deadline, to be honest. Or maybe not, because I guess they do always need pitching depth, but if he's,
Anyway.
yeah.
He's
You
capable.
want to
Thoughts out there.
Homer
Draft,
draft?
it's the Homer draft.
I think I have the first pick today.
Who are we not eligible to pick?
Yes, I didn't write
Yes.
that down. I
So-
can't pick Oswaldo and Hicks, and I forgot who I picked for game 1 of the series.
Dan Canobio, you have the first pick today. You cannot select Rizzo, Stanton, Oswaldo, or Hicks. Dan Rourke, you cannot pick Franchi, Volpe. Actually, I think Rourke has the first pick today.
Oh, I do, because you went
If memory
yesterday.
serves.
Trying to get one
took
over on me, bro?
Oswaldo
Yeah, it was.
early. So, Rourke, you have the first pick, and you cannot pick Franchi, Volpe,
Franchi.
DJ, or Rizzo.
All right, I'll go
I want to
fucking
talk
IKF.
Samson.
Okay,
Neither of you have taken Aaron Judge.
I have no idea how the Homer draft works, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask this, Pete. I kind of feel the same way, Pete. I'm learning as we
yo,
go.
Pete, you and me both, brother. All right, yo, I'm going Judge. Neither of us have picked him.
Damn it.
He is available.
Rourke.
I thought you were
Judge
going to
on
take him
day
yesterday.
3?
Yeah,
It's a
first
wild,
Judge pick.
Wild
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you guys really messed that up. I know
Yeah,
he
I
hasn't
know.
We were
homered
talking
yet,
about it.
but-
It's just like you don't want to go. I think it feels so typical and cliche. But
I wanted Hicks last night.
now to have him reserved for game 3, at least on my end of
Yeah.
things, works out pretty well. So yeah, I'll go Judge.
You having first pick, you weren't in a bad spot not taking him yesterday, but
Volpe. I'm going with Volpe. Lead off. I don't know if he gets that leadoff home run, but I like Volpe. Nice little opposite field job, and he gets that out of the way too. Home run out of the way.
the prophecy of the shortstop going deep in Cleveland for his first homer. I still believe in
I've
it.
seen that. I've seen that done before.
Yes, sir. Cool.
and
so,
then Canobio has
Snaked.
the wraparound.
I will
Snake draft.
take
So ineligible for you are Rizzo, Stanton, Oswaldo, Hicks, and now Aaron Judge off the board.
I'm going between Higgy and Franchi.
And you already have Volpe.
Higgy Pop.
Good pick.
Higgy Pop.
Do you have like a certain premonition of where the homer will be?
Yeah, he
or
pulls
like
every home run.
Yeah,
and it's a million
hangs
miles in
them.
the air and it lands in the first
yo,
row.
facts. Yep, exactly. All right, yo. So I'll go with. So who am I even eligible left to pick?
Unavailable for you are Franchi, Volpe, DJ LeMahieu, Rizzo, and now Higgy. So that would leave
Waldo.
Hicks, Oswaldo, IKF, and Stanton.
All right. Cool. Oh, and Stanton?
Yeah.
You got Judge
Jesus
and
Christ.
Stanton?
How does this all work out? All right, give me Stanton, bro.
You got Judge and you got the pillars.
Yeah, this worked out quite nicely.
Judge
so.
Stanton.
Judge and
game,
Stanton.
Judge Stanton on
game
game
3
3
of
Decent
the
odds.
series.
This has never been done before.
This is like
Nobody's
spit
ever
in the face.
gotten both of them in a series finale game.
Well, fortunately, that changes today, April 12th,
Versus
2023.
Peyton Battenfield.
I
Backfield.
don't have the data to check if that fact is true, but
Let's just be real.
it just
It's
has
true.
to
It
be.
feels
Peyton
true.
Battenfield definitely has like a musket collection. He probably has like
what
all
he
the
looks
old
like.
fashioned war. You know what I'm saying?
Just because of his
Peyton
last name.
Battenfield. Yeah.
You want to say Battlefield, but it's Battenfield.
I guess that's why it's coming to my head because of the Battlefield thing.
Yeah.
He looks,
Battlefield's a
He
thing.
legitimately looks like a Civil War guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Peyton Battlefield.
He looks like he was at Gettysburg, but not how you're going to be at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Watching the Yankee on your phone,
Oh, he's kind of a big boy.
chewing Nicorette.
He's a big fella.
I am chewing
I like
Nicorette.
that.
Actually, I got it right here.
He's a big old hoss. Went to Oklahoma State.
Oh, is this
Good
like
luck.
the premonition time?
Good luck. No, over under.
Over
Oh.
under. Yesterday, you guys were both on the under
Yeah, we were wrong.
at 8.5.
I bet actual money on that too.
Yeah.
Hard-earned money.
$15.
What would you think the line is set at today?
Today is going to be a high one.
Clark and Battenfield.
Today I would have guessed 8.5. I'm gonna go
It's
higher.
higher.
Now. I'm gonna go 9.5.
I'm going 10.
9.5.
9.5.
Fortunately, no points for guessing what the line is, but the line is 9.5.
9.5. Do we think today's going to be like a slugfest, a getaway day? Usually getaway days are pretty quick.
I'm trying to think in my head like how does it add up score wise? So 9.5. So it could be like a 6-4.
6-4 would be over.
I think
I'll go over.
I
Yeah.
think over too. I'm
I'll
feeling
go
over.
over.
Over is on my
'Cause
mind.
I mean, essentially, we don't really have much faith
Life's too short
in
to
either
bet
of
the
these
under.
starters. So, yeah. And also, I've realized, I mean, I used to do this with basketball. The only time I would watch basketball is when I'm betting on the games.
Mm-hmm.
So one time I like bet under. I'm never doing that again. Like
Under
actually
in
betting to
basketball?
watch. No, just in general. It's so boring. To,
Rooting
when that's
for
your
the
only-
under?
When that's your only rooting
Rooting for
interest.
misses.
Rooting for the under. It was a miserable time. And I
I
lost.
bet under in college basketball because here's a hot take: college basketball stinks.
Is that still going?
They're bad. They're really bad at it.
They're just not good. They're
Is March
amateurs.
Madness still going?
No,
Like,
it's
how's that
over.
work?
No, it's over.
over.
UConn won.
Duke won.
Jake's really happy.
College basketball stinks. Premonition
Kind of does.
time.
March Madness is fun, but
that's it.
But the sport stinks.
The games are not good. Let's see here. Premonition, Dan. Anything coming to mind? The hard. To me, this is the
I
hardest.
like when
segment.
you go first for these.
Yeah. Let me look at the lineup. Let me get into my groove here. Last night I had a promo that Franchi would airmail a throw, but he didn't. He hit another bomb. I'm thinking Oswaldo. Oswaldo at second. Oswaldo makes a legitimate 5-star play in the field.
Bet. Okay, so I'm gonna go
Legitimate.
with. I like it. I have, because of course Judge and Stanton are going deep today. I think it's gonna be a very similar situation to the Field of Dreams game. Not exactly, maybe that late and that clutch, but I think Judge will tie the game with a home run, and Stanton will take the lead with a home run.
Oh.
How do you like that?
Wow.
Judge will tie the game with the home run. Stanton will take the lead.
Or I guess that wasn't exactly Field of Dreams, but something epic like that. Because Field of Dreams, Judge didn't tie it, Stanton did.
saying late
Whatever
or just
happened.
at any point in the game?
Not late. I'm not going to specify that hard, but when they do hit these home runs, they'll be in the same inning, and Judge will go deep, and then Stanton will go deep, and it'll give them the lead or something. Something cool.
Okay. Hope everyone enjoys the game.
Enjoy the game. Weekday day games below, but enjoy it.
Enjoy Gettysburg.